Alex, congratulations on a fantastic win. What are some of the emotions that you're feeling right now?
There's a lot of emotions, definitely. Happiness has to be on the top of all of the whole list. Yeah, and I'm just trying. I'm still haven't had time to stop and think about it yet, but I'm super, super happy with the win.
When that last point was played and Iga hit that ball long, I couldn't decide whether you looked like you were about to cry, or you were crying, or you were just in a state of shock.
I couldn't decide either. I think I was so in the moment, and I made it a point to be in the moment every point, that it's hard to realize what just happened. It's hard to realize that you won the match, and I really tried to soak it all in, because this has never happened to me before, and that's why I was looking at the screen, and you know, I really wanted to keep that moment in my mind.
Michelle Kaufman for the Miami Herald, congratulations. You seem so poised for someone who's never been in this moment before. Can you tell us just, is this how your personality is, or is this something that you've developed over the last few years? Like, how do you seem so calm and so composed considering everything that's going on right now? Thank you.
Yeah, and again, I think I don't have a lot of experience on the WTA Tour, that's for sure, but I do have experience with compartmentalizing. I have experience with being professional, and I have no hesitation to bring that part out of me out when I'm on court and when I'm in a setting that calls for professionalism. Yeah.
Can you describe what did you think, what did you feel before the game and after the game?
Nerves, before and after, because you don't really feel like it's over. That's why I said about the celebration, you don't really think that the match is over, because you're still thinking about the next point, what to do next. And yeah, everybody gets nervous. I'm sure someone as great as Iga gets nervous from time to time. All these big players get nervous. So it's a matter of how you deal with it, and how, like I said, to compartmentalize. Yeah.
Well done, Alex.
Thank you.
I'm sort of curious, like, at what point did you feel like, okay, I'm actually in this match? Like, she's won 5 Grand Slams and she's a former world #1, but I can hang with her. And then also, just can you tell us all, like, who came in for this? I think your parents came in.
Yeah.
His Uncle Tony was in the box. I mean, these people surprise you. And did you work with Tony Nadal before much at the academy?
Yeah.
And
Sorry, let's take it
one
by
at a
one.
time.
Okay. Yeah, from the very beginning, I knew that I had the level to stick with her. She's very decorated. I mean, she's achieved a lot. And she's someone that I've looked up to for a while. So it was a pleasure to share the court with her, and to be able to compete with her and to hang with her rhythm is something I'm very proud of. Yeah. Okay, next one. Yeah, my family, a lot of my family did fly in. So my parents flew in last night, and my uncle and my cousin from Seattle also flew in. So a lot of extra motivation for my match today. I really wanted to see I really wanted them to see me winning, but I know that they'd be happy just to see me compete in this setting. And Tony also came into Miami, although he had to catch a flight, I think, today. That did mean a lot, because I have been working closely with him for so long, alongside my main coaches from the academy, Joanne, Sandro, Yuke. But yeah, it showed a lot about the confidence and the pride the academy has with me. Yeah.
Yeah. Did Tony come in from Spain?
You know, I don't know. Yeah, I also didn't know that he was gonna come until this morning. So, yeah, maybe you could ask him.
Talk about the graduation ceremony. Iga's there. Was she a guest speaker? What was your interaction with her? Did you hit with her? What was that like? And now 2 years later, you're beating her in a Masters 1000 quarterfinal.
Yeah, she was a guest speaker, and I guess the celebrity guest. I think every year the Academy tries to invite a public figure to inspire the kids, and that was super inspiring. I thought I was super lucky to have her during my graduation, and she just came off, I think, a slam win also, Roland Garros, if I remember correctly. But I remember that I walked up and then she was like, "Oh, I know you. I've seen you." I was like, "Yes, she knows me." Yeah, and then she even did the whole ceremony with the class. Like, she tossed the hat, and I felt so lucky because I was like beside her. And no, yeah, it's super surreal to think that the circumstances have changed. I'm facing her on court, and I'm just so blessed to have that opportunity. Yeah.
And one more, the serve. She has one of the best service percentages on the tour. You just crushed it. Was that the game plan going in, especially attacking the second serve? You played very close to the base.
I don't think that was something that we highlighted in terms of tactics before, but it's definitely something that I took advantage of during the match. You know, I like to be aggressive, and those were just some opportunities that I saw that were there. Yeah.
Yeah. When you visualize playing in a quarterfinal of a big tournament like this with stadium court and global TV, you must have thought about that when you've watched other big games on TV. How did it compare the reality to what you would have expected a big occasion like that to be?
That's a good question. I feel this is definitely the first time I've played on a court this big. And the first few games, because it's different when you're warming up and when you're actually playing the match, because the people are there. And you feel so much air. Like, I don't know how to explain it. There's air for miles. Because I'm so used to playing with a court right next to me, you know, and you can hear the match of the other court. So it was definitely something to adjust. But that coming into the match, I really, really tried to just focus on the court and just feel like nobody else was there. Yeah.
And that ability to compartmentalize, as you said, and be professional in the moments when you need to be professional, which is a good way of putting it. Is that something you learned at the academy? Is there like special parts of the curriculum there that are focused on that side of it, or is that something natural to you?
No, well, it's not something I learned in the academy. It's something I've gotten from I guess from my experiences, the things I've been through leading up to this moment. It's also something my family has guided me through, and it's, you know, part of my family's values. You know, they're successful people in business. They're successful in their own fields, and people I look up to. So I think they lead by example when it comes to that. Yeah.
Hello. You're going to become the first tennis star from the Philippines. How much interest is there in the Philippines in tennis at the moment, and do you think you're going to make a difference?
I would love to think that I make a difference. You know, that's what the only thing I can do to give back to my country is to help inspire change and positive change. To inspire people to pick up a racket, to watch more tennis, watch more women's tennis. And I think that tennis in the Philippines has so much potential, because even though it's not as widespread as other sports, I feel that we have a lot of hidden talent. And if we can have the support to back it up and the exposure to back it up, then I think that Philippine tennis can be a big thing.
Hey Alex, congratulations.
Hi.
Just watching you play so aggressively and you being a lefty, I was curious if there's any current players or past players on the women's side that you particularly looked up to in terms of your game style, like you wanting to kind of emulate them on the court?
Definitely. Growing up, my absolute favorite was Maria Sharapova. I guess I loved her grit and just obviously the way she styled herself and the way she carried herself. I was very young and she was someone I really looked up to. And then later on, people like Halep, people like Lina, Barty. So many people I've took inspiration from so many people, yeah.
Hi. Hi, congratulations.
Thank you.
So when you won the U.S. Open junior title, maybe back in then, it's already have the biggest achievement for you. But back in that time, can you recall that what was your dream in the future? And do you think that this comes very quick or takes longer than you were expecting when you felt like when you won the junior title?
My dreams have stayed the same, stayed constant. You know, I've always been a big dreamer. So, like I said previously, to win Grand Slams has always been one of the end goals. To become world #1 has always been one of the end goals. And I think that this result came in the right time. I tried not, you know, being a successful junior doesn't mean that you're going to be a successful professional. So I made it a point to work hard every day and to trust that my time would come. And hopefully this is the time. Yeah.
There are so many questions to ask you. But firstly, how do you actually, what's the exact correct way of pronouncing your last name?
Eala.
Eala?
Yeah, so I say Alexandra Eala, yeah.
Okay. In the last day or two, there's been a photograph circulating on social media of you, Iga, and Rafa. Have you got that picture?
Yes, I do. I don't think I will ever let that go.
And how many messages have you had? Has Rafa himself messaged you?
No, Rafa has not personally messaged me. But then again, I have turned my notifications off. I think that's also part of being professional and compartmentalizing. Sorry, I'm repeating, but yeah. And I think it can be very overwhelming. I won't deny that it's a lot. That's why I'm trying to manage it the best I can, and just focus on what I need to focus on, and then I can get back to everybody after the week is done. Yeah.
Ironically, you may be facing a player who had as big a shock, Raducanu, when she won the U.S. Open. Can you talk about the possible matchups between Emma and Pegula? Possible matchups?
Sorry, you mean possible matchups you mean with my semifinal or their match?
No,
Okay.
your semifinal with one of them.
Well, it's definitely going to be very difficult. I know that. That's for sure. Whoever it is, they're gonna bring their A game, and it's gonna take everything in me to win. But I'm willing to give everything. Yeah.
And do you have, I mean, this is also new to you playing in these big tournaments. Do you have a routine as you're going through tournaments that you will, go back to basics and stick with what has worked for you? And like, what have you been doing here, and what do you anticipate doing during the next number of hours before you step on the court again?
Ordering in has been a constant this week. I feel like at the end of the day, I just want to relax and just be in my room and kind of rot there until I have to be on fire the next day. But yeah, I have a lot of routines. So warming up is a big routine of mine, going to the physio, taking care of my body, and just basically giving myself love, just self-love and taking care of myself. I think in the long run is what's gonna keep me healthy, keep me happy. Yeah.
Thanks, everyone.
Thank you. Thank you.